Right, now, leading our bulletin this hour, it's day 2 of COSATU's 14th National Congress. ANC Chair Gwede Mantashe will make another attempt to address delegates today. He was booed off stage yesterday with chants of Hamba Gwede and Asina Mali, or We Have No Money. Now, in terms of the program, the Congress will debate the political report today. The organizational report will also be presented today. Let's get the latest now from our reporter Silindelo Masikane, who is there for us this morning. Good morning, Silindelo. Very interesting day yesterday. We didn't have the ANC giving at least their message of support. There might be a second attempt today. What does it look like speaking to those on the ground there at the Congress? Are they willing to allow the ANC to address them?
Well, that's what we're waiting to find out. You can see that we're at this point in the midst of a blackout here in Midrand, and it seems that this may possibly delay the start or resumption of day 2 of the Congress. But you can see that delegates have started to come inside the hall to take up their seats, and like you said, that some unfinished business from yesterday will take place today in terms of the organizational report being debated, the political report rather being debated by delegates, as well as the organizational report then also being presented. We understand that from speaking to the yesterday that they were going to attempt to speak to delegates overnight, those who were disgruntled, those who would not allow the ANC chair to address them, to see whether they could, calm them down and allow the message of support from the alliance. You can see in front of you that Mr. Mantashe has arrived. He is here. He is going to be here for the duration of the Congress. The question right now is whether actually he allowed to speak to delegates. So we're going to try and get the officials here. As I see, President COSATU has actually as well. We understand Mr. Hamla is also here, as well as General also here, Mr. Biggie Njali. Good morning. How are you doing this morning? I know you guys are in a bit of a meeting this morning, but we would like to give our viewers an update on what has taken place overnight. I'm not sure if the President will speak to me. I guess Kamla will speak to me. That's the spokesperson of COSATU. Of course, things ending off not so great yesterday with disgruntled delegates booing off your alliance partner, Mr. Mantashe. Will he speak today?
Well, we took a decision yesterday that we were going to speak to delegates overnight to try and convince them, because firstly, the chairperson of the ANC is invited, is our guest. We do sympathize with the frustration that workers were expressing. It's a legitimate anger that you saw. But this is also a platform where we are trying to find solutions. This is a platform, we will have this platform 4 years from now, so we can't miss an opportunity. In fact, it will be more helpful for the ANC to be allowed to speak, and then afterwards the delegates can interrogate what the ANC would have said, so that the ANC can be afforded an opportunity to respond. But this is also their meeting, workers. We will hear this morning whether they are open to persuasion. If not, of course, they are the owners of this organization. They will have the final word. So we are really waiting to hear from them. If they say, okay, we have talked overnight, we think we are ready to listen to the ANC, then he will speak. But if, as the owners of the federation and as the people who run this Congress say no, they are not prepared, then of course he will not speak.
What will that mean for the alliance as an alliance partner to not be able to deliver a message of support? Does that not then put the alliance in jeopardy?
Well, this is actually the platform where that issue will have to be ventilated and concluded. In fact, if they take that decision, they are going to, when we discuss politics, they are going to have to give us a way forward in terms of how do we navigate these difficult times going forward. So There's nothing that we can say now, because we have been saying for the last 4 years some of these questions will be answered by the Congress. We are in this Congress now. Whatever decisions that the decision that workers end up taking, we will then have to throw the question back at them to say, now guide us as to how we move from here in terms of navigating this difficult period.
Now, of course, we're in the midst of load shedding. Will this affect the program today?
No, not really. We have spoken to the people of Kalaka. They told us that they are working to ensure that we will start on time. Yeah. So we are hoping that electricity will be back as soon as possible.
All right, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right, that is Mr. Sizwe Pamla from COSATU, the spokesperson, giving us a sense this morning as to where we are. And in front of you can see, of course, that the President COSATU, Ms. Zingiswalosi, is here, as well as Mr. Njali. But you've heard for yourself that there is no clear direction at this point as to whether we will actually hear from Mr. Mantashe this morning. It seems that the work have to give that mandate, give direction in terms of whether this is going to happen, and possibly if not, then what is the way because of course the ANC being an alliance partner, being invited, being a guest here, the expectation was that they were going to address the issues and concerns of the workers. But of course what we saw yesterday was the protest with regards to the fact that workers have issues with their salaries, that they have not received their increases, and of course that is what stopped Mantashe actually being allowed to address the Congress.
Quite a lot of issues that the workers have currently. Silindelo will leave it there for now and catch up with you as soon as the official start happens, or at least when the Congress does get underway. Thank you very much. That's reporter Silindelo Masikane, that's in Midrand, monitoring that particular Congress for us. To this story now.